Hey there guys, Sean here, and welcome to the first installment of my new Ironman series. I just wanted to run through a bit of a brief introduction to the series before we get started this week. The first thing I wanted to talk about is why I decided to create this account and this series. Firstly, I have a main account which has no restrictions, of course, but it kind of blows. See, I created the account forever ago, back in like late 2006, probably I want to say, which for me was middle school days. And as you may imagine, middle school me wasn't very interested in having an efficient account. So most of my times back then were spent in free-to-play clan wars, and when it came out, I was just lollygagging around the Grand Exchange, pretending that I could make money there. Since those days, a lot of new content has been added to the game, especially content specifically geared towards new players and low-level accounts. But I never took the time to do any of it because I was progressed kind of beyond the usefulness and didn't see a point, although I kind of wish that I had done it. So that account has a few 99s and a decent cash stack, curses and the like, but there's a lot of content missing, and it's a little demotivating to go back and do those low-level quests and stuff on such a high-level account. However, that's not to say that I never play that account anymore. In fact, you should probably be ready to see some progress videos of me getting that account back on track, as it were. Also, I just haven't played in a really long time. The PC that I used to have couldn't even handle RuneScape on like minimum settings above 10 frames per second. But now I have a laptop that can and record at the same time. So I thought, new account, new low-level content, let's see where it goes. The second topic I wanted to cover before diving in is the account's goals. I don't have very much in the way of short-term goals picked out other than a bunch of quests. But as you can see, I do have a bunch of long-term goals worked out, kind of. The first goal that I know I want to work towards is Recipe for Disaster. It's something I just completed on my main, so I know how much of a pain it can be. But for now, anyway, I'll just be working on the low-end quest prerequisites for that. After RFD is done, the next thing I'll probably push towards is a quest cape. Questing is always an integral part of this game. It unlocks so much useful content, especially for Ironman accounts. I know there's going to be side tangents being an Ironman, but I have really never pushed for efficiency in games, so I don't mind really how long it's going to take me. If and when I ever achieve my quest cape, the next goal is probably going to be to acquire some kick-ass gear. I've never really sat down and mastered PVM in RuneScape, so the start will definitely be God Wars dungeon items, but eventually I would like to unlock some higher tier weapons and armors. And if I ever achieve all of that, well, then I suppose I'll pursue a max cape. Also, as a bit of a side note, these are of course subject to change. This is my first attempt at an Ironman, so there may be something that comes up that I haven't thought about yet that takes precedence over these goals. I will of course keep you informed of any changes to these plans as they come up. Alright, the next thing I want to quickly go over is video output. First, I'd like to get out about one video per week. This may be a bit of an ambitious goal, considering I do work full-time and this isn't the only video project I'll be working on, so this may change, but I'm going to try to pump out one of these per week for you guys. The goal is also for these videos to be between 15 and 25 minutes or so. Most of them will have more content than this video does. This one's only long enough because of all the explanation I'm giving you guys up front. Expect video uploads on either Tuesdays or Wednesdays. As it stands, these are my consistent days off of work, so these are the days that I have the most time to work on videos. I do of course play when I get home, but I usually don't want to edit right after work and stuff, so Tuesdays and Wednesdays for now. Lastly here, this is not the only video series that I'm working on at the moment, as I've alluded to. I'm going to be giving you guys progress videos on my main account as well, now that I have a decent enough computer to record and edit videos with, so expect those to be uploaded onto this channel as well. I do also have another channel that I upload videos to. That channel revolves around the Pokemon trading card game, another small passion of mine. That channel, however, takes up less of my time, as much less gameplay is required to create a video of the same length. If you're into that sort of thing, I'll link that channel in the description below. And if not, don't worry about it too much. I won't be plugging that channel very often here. I do know that Pokemon and RuneScape, they don't exactly go hand in hand. Oh, and this slide is empty, so that must mean I'm out of stupid boring shit to talk about. So let's dive into the clips, eh? My oh my, would you look at this dapper little motherfucker right here. I dare say I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and dive into the game and see what we can't knock out first. Our adventurer began his life as a humble potato farmer in southwest Berthorpe, until one day his life changed forever. I decided to do Druidic Ritual as the first quest on our journey. It's an easy one that's close to where we start, and it gives a few easy levels in herb lore. However, I got to the point where you have to go catch the stonefish and realized that I didn't have a single coin available to me, so I had to go murder a couple local men and women. No big deal, I'm sure their families will be fine. Anyway, that's the end of this quest. Level 4 herb lore achieved, and some ingredients for some attack potions. Yay! Moving on. After the quest, I went back and harvested my potatoes. Also, I'm a woman now. Don't ask. After that, I ended up in Lumbridge somehow. I told you I wasn't going to be efficient, didn't I? But I figured I might as well knock out Cook's Assistant while I was here. Another quest down, and some free cooking experience and food. I'll take it. Alright, so this should be the end of the waterfall quest. So, boom, 30 attack and strength. So helpful early on. Nobody wants to do all that early training. Gross. That's recruitment drive out of the way, which was the main reason I decided to become a woman. Another quest point and some decent experience too. Heh, watch me one-hit this loser. Pow! Anyway, this is me finishing up the Blood Pact. I really wanted to do this one mostly for the free level 1 weapons, but the little bit of XP is always nice too, right? This is the end of Missing Presumed Death. 2 more quest points and a buttload more free experience. You know, I gotta say, it does seem like this early game is really all in the questing. All these low-level rewards almost seem worth it when you have this little experience overall. See what I mean? Free defense levels, free agility levels, free prayer levels. All this really is nice in an Ironman. I'm glad I decided to pursue questing first. Next one down here, swept away. Personally, I think Maggie didn't really take advantage of the situation. I probably would have done a lot more work to get some of her goulash, if you know what I mean. And on that note, I think it's time I change back into a man. Wait, this isn't what I looked like before. What a ripoff. What is this makeover mage playing at anyway? Alright, and that's the end of Plague City. So we're gonna do Ernest the Chicken instead, because it's easy and it gives lots of quest points. Alright, and that's the end of Ernest the Chicken. A really good one to get out of the way early. 3k. It's a lot of cash right now. 4 quest points is awesome too. And those feathers will definitely come in handy. And coming in here is the end of Imp Catcher. Not as boring a quest as it used to be, but still not particularly helpful. I suppose the Amulet of Accuracy will be nice. And this is the end of the Restless Ghost quest. It takes like 2 minutes, if that, and gives, I think it's like 1,000 free prayer experience. Look at that, level 13 already for free. These are the only bones I've buried on this account yet. It's crazy. Alright, and this is the end of Biohazard. After this, I'm not sure what we have next. I'm getting a little tired of questing. We might do a little training up, maybe fishing, thieving, get some cash together, that sort of thing. Speaking of thieving, there we go. Straight up to level 10. Good stuff. Alright, I've decided to do a little pickpocketing of farmers now that I got level 10 from that quest. I just want to get some starting seeds so that I can do a little farming and start getting some gains there. There we go, level 11 thieving coming in. Only stolen 1 potato seed so far though. Not looking great for seeds. Alright, up to level 13. 2 seeds now. So apparently these guys just give a lot of money instead. But that still counts. I can use it to buy potato seeds. So, no big deal. Same concept. Let's keep going. Okay, so that was taking way too long. We decided to do buyers and sellers instead for the free thieving experience. And then we're going to go buy some potato seeds and compost, and then a farming run. Alright, so this should be the end of Ruin Mysteries. Decided to go ahead and get that one out of the way so that we can do Priest in Peril. So let's go do that one next. Yay! Alright, and this should be the finish of Priest in Peril. Next up, I'm not entirely sure what. I think I might do the couple challenges that I have. All pretty easy stuff, of course. This early Iron Ore, Crimson Swift, some combat, some short bows. I figured since I was here I might as well unlock the lodestone and get my first ever Slayer assignment. 63 zombies. Alright, well that should be fairly challenging, but it'll knock out that daily challenge. So I think I'll do some fishing and then do that. Coming up on finishing that first Slayer task. Got 6 Slayer levels out of it, some defense, some HP, 1 attack and 1 strength. So that was awesome, and we even completed our daily challenge. So I think we're going to go turn that in next and get another assignment. Next task is Hill Giants. Cool, I think I'll get either some range or some magic up and then go safe spot those after I turn in our daily challenge. Okay, so here's these 2 challenges turned in. XP lamp, I think range, that's our lowest. And 7 magic log. It's going to be a long time before we can do anything with those, but I'll take them. Alright, and that's 4 of these damn birds caught, so we can go turn in another daily challenge. Let's see what that yielded for us. Oh, a bunch of Slayer levels. 2, that's a bunch. And right here we have level 8 farming coming in really quickly. Thank you, potatoes, onions, and cabbages. Am I right, folks? Cool. So we just finished up the Stronghold of Security, got our 10K. Definitely worth doing just for that. But fighting boots plus 7 armor, that's pretty nice. I didn't remember that these did have any bonuses and all, so that's pretty handy. Alright guys, and I think that's where I'm going to leave you off for now. You didn't miss much other than gathering some fish and doing a little bit of crafting to make this armor set. Oh, and some divination while I was editing the video. Got to level 30. So we're leaving off at 26 quest points, level 32 combat, and 367 total with just over 100,000 experience. All that took just about a week to do, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave you guys for this week. I will see you next week, and have a good one. Also, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. I really appreciate all of you hanging out.